For over the last year, I think for about a year now, I've been taping my mouth with mouth tape. Let's talk about it.
Is there another way to like sleep other than having your hair tied up? Like if I ever sleep with my hair down, because I have long hair, it's just everywhere. It literally is everywhere all the time. It just kind of like it becomes a mess because I turn back and forth and then
All right, now, where's my mouth tape? Mouth tape. So, the mouth tape thing. What's going on with the mouth tape? Well, first off, before I started taping my mouth, and this has basically been a year of me doing it, so it's not like I just am telling you to do this because I did it yesterday. Like, I've been doing this for a year. It's basically a year experiment for me. I'm tuning in, I'm telling you guys what's happening with this. So, mouth tape. Why do it? I started basically recognizing I was restless when I slept, so I would toss and turn a lot. Maybe I wouldn't get a good night's sleep. And there's a very real pragmatic approach to taping your mouth shut at night. And the reason why is because when you close your mouth, you're forced to breathe through your nose. When you're breathing through your nose, you're actually activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which means that you're activating your body's aiding to rest and digest. What that basically means is when you're breathing through your mouth, like, it's a very short, shallow breath. And what that basically means is you're not getting a very high oxygen exchange rate. It's actually kind of making you stressed out, or it's highlighting your agitation. Now, when you're breathing through your nose, you have to slow down. You have to slow down and take longer inhales and exhales. It also forces your body to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which again helps you rest and helps you relax. So I started taping my mouth shut at night. Oh my God. Seriously? Construction noises? These are the problems of YouTuber life. Now, I'll just have to talk a little louder. The point is, I used to be a really restless sleeper, and I started taping my mouth shut at night as an experiment because it's like one of those things, one of those life hacks, one of those biohacks that my friends that are super into like training life biohacks told me about, and I was like, I'll give it a try. So the first night I did it, it was horrible. I was terrified. I didn't want to I couldn't go to sleep because I couldn't breathe through my nose. I wasn't used to it. When I'm sleeping normally, I'm kind of doing like this for years, I'd be like short, shallow breaths when I'm sleeping. And my girlfriend at the time, she would be like, you have a weird breathing when you sleep. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know. So I started taping my mouth. The first night I did it, it was terrifying. I literally remember waking up in the middle of the night. Actually, the first week I tried it, I kept putting mouth tape on, and I just couldn't get my body to breathe. I just couldn't breathe through my nose and relax because I just felt so weird having tape on my mouth. Now, that took about a week of getting used to. The first night I finally fell asleep. About a week of trying to do it every night until I just got irritated laying in bed for an hour. I'd take it off and then sleep. And not very well, but better than not at all. So finally, a week in, one night I actually fell asleep with tape on my mouth. I woke up in the middle of the night in a panic, like, oh, what madman taped my mouth shut? Oh wait, that was me. Oh, that was terrifying. It literally was terrifying, feeling like I had tape on my mouth and trying to breathe and waking up in the middle of the night. So it takes getting used to. It takes some programming. It takes some reprogramming, basically. But now that I do it, I love it. I've been doing it for a year, basically. This has been a year out of me taping my mouth every night. And I'll tell you why I like it. I'll tell you why it's really effective. Because our bodies get used to programming. Like when you open your phone and your hand goes to the same spot. Like if let's say you rearrange your apps on your phone, and then without even thinking about it, you'll open the wrong app because you're programmed to go. Your muscle memory is going to wherever that app was. Now, we program ourselves in a lot of different ways, and this is actually one of the positive ways you can program yourself. I actually was suggesting this to a friend of mine because he was saying he was having trouble falling asleep. And I said, you know what works for me? I can go to sleep whenever I want. As soon as I put the mouth tape on, it's kind of like, I actually use mouth tape and blue blocker glasses at night. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't, but I definitely use the mouth tape every night. And what it tells my body is, as soon as I put the tape on, it's telling my body, it's like a signal, we're going to sleep. It tells my body I'm going to sleep. And what that means basically is I've programmed my body to know when it's time to sleep by putting mouth tape on. And I fall asleep almost right away, and I sleep way better. And I wake up in the morning and I'll actually start doing things and going about my day without taking the tape off. Because without taking the tape off, because it feels so normal. It feels so natural. It feels so good to, it just feels normal now. And I like the way it kind of like keeps my mouth shut. I like keeping my breathing through my nose. There's a lot of different reasons that I enjoy keeping it on once I get up for a minute. But I've been doing it for a year and I love it. And I recommend you try it. And actually let me go get the tape. Here's the thing too, is like, I told a friend of mine about this on the internet. I think I told one of you guys about it, and I was like, yo, this is cool. I made a video actually in the past. I made an old video about this, and it's probably still on the channel. I'm just gonna leave it up, but it sucks. I made a video about taping my mouth, and someone was like, cool, I bought some mouth tape, and I was like, cool, that sounds great. And I didn't realize until I was telling a friend of mine about this the other day at a cafe, and he was like, cool, and he looked it up. He was like, oh, there's mouth tape on Amazon for 20 bucks. I don't buy mouth tape. I don't buy special mouth tape. I think that's a bit excessive, honestly. I'd use whatever this is, Johnson & Johnson tape. I bought it at Walgreens for $2. It's basically non-toxic like gauze adhesive is what it is, and it works great. It works fine. And you don't need the special. I'm not trying to sell you on $20 mouth tape. That's not the thing. The thing is that it's super simple. I keep this by my bed. I decided to go to bed at night. I put it across my mouth. That's it. I fall asleep. It keeps my mouth healthier. My mouth saliva and bacteria is actually healthier from staying closed and not letting all the dry air through, not letting the air in my mouth. I'm actually breathing through my nose, elongating my breath, elongating my inhale, my exhale, getting a better night's sleep. I toss and turn less, and it's all because of taping my mouth shut at night. Now, some of you might think like, well, maybe you should just tape your mouth shut all the time. And I thought about that. Like, sometimes when I'm not using my mouth, like if I'm not eating or if I'm not talking to you guys, I don't really have a lot of reasons to be using my mouth. I should be breathing through my nose. And there's a lot of reasons I kind of enjoy this idea too of like learning how to hack your life, learning how to like basically learn how to make something work for you if it's a problem, instead of like going and acting like, well, anyway, I feel like I'm about to go on a rant here, but the point is, this is legit. I tape my mouth every night. I've been doing it for a year. I really like it. If you guys are restless sleepers, if you guys are noticing that you maybe have a short rhythm, a short breathing cycle, or if you don't get a good night's sleep, if you aren't getting a good night's sleep, two things you can do: exercise and tape your mouth shut. That's it. Exercise, like work out, move your body early when you get up, really exhaust yourself. Don't drink caffeine late. Drink a lot of water, exhaust yourself, and then tape your mouth shut at night. And if that doesn't help you sleep better, I would be really surprised. I would be honestly shocked to hear that you're still having restless night's sleep if you're taping your mouth and you're exercising. That is amazing. It's gonna be super great. So there we go. I don't know. I think that's it. This is it for the video. This is it for this video. I'm gonna go get coffee.
Brought to you by